Hey journeys, where y'all been? It's Unique and I'm back with another video. So today I wanted to come and bring y'all the best and worst jobs that I had part 2. If y'all haven't seen part 1, I will link it in the cards, and I'm also going to put it in the description box down below. It will give y'all so much context about me as a worker bee, as well as some of my experiences coming up. If y'all haven't considered liking and subscribing as of yet, definitely consider doing so. That way you can always be on the up as to the next time that I post another video. I've had over 20 jobs. I felt like this would be a good video for me to follow up on, as I recently quit my most recent job. I was thinking, wow, I can do the second part of my best and worst job series. So if y'all are interested in hearing the best and the worst jobs that I've had, continuing from where we left off in the most previous video, then definitely stay tuned. Okay journeys, let's get into it. In the last video we left off as me being a shampoo girl when I was in high school. This was a job that I got that I was doing after school, and on the weekends, on Saturdays, I was working as a shampoo girl, and y'all can go and listen to my horror story as it relates to me working at a hair salon and why I just don't have a hair hand, and I don't think I would ever be good at doing hair after that experience. After that, I actually got a job at King's Dominion. So anybody who lives on the East Coast close to Virginia, y'all know that King's Dominion is an amusement park. At this amusement park, I was working as an usher during the Halloween and haunt season. This job was so lit in the aspect that I really didn't have to do much work. I honestly just went to the different shows and I counted the amount of people that was there. Girl, I guesstimated, because who can count the amount of people that show up to a show in the dark? I did the best that I could with what I had, and a lot of times I just made up the numbers. We also would help the performers, like, make sure that the stage wasn't wet so that they didn't fall, and we had one of the most lit shows, and I'm not just saying that because I was working with them. Honestly, they were so talented. The music was amazing. It was great people, and I really didn't have to do much. It was so much fun. And on our breaks, we would go to the haunted houses and like go through them and get scared, and we would like walk around, and due to the fact that we didn't wear uniforms, technically we just dressed in all black, nobody really knew that we worked there. So that was so fun. The thing that was the most difficult about working at that job was that it was hella far from home, y'all. I think King's Dominion is about 45 minutes away from Richmond, so it was a drive. Being in high school, riding with people, I had to sneak and get this one because my mom did not want me working. I snuck and got so many jobs, yikes. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to make my own money. I got tired of asking my mom for money. We wouldn't get off until really late at night, like after midnight, and then I would be coming home all to do it all over again the next day, and then I'll have school on a Monday. So I used to be dead tired. Like, I would be so freaking tired, and it was cold. I freeze my butt off, y'all. I am probably like 111 pounds right now, but when I was in high school I was in the 90s, so I didn't have much meat on my bones. As it still stands today, I hate being cold. Back in those days, I also hated being cold. So that was probably the worst part about working at King's Dominion. And I didn't make a lot of money. Considering how much money I make now compared to then, oh my gosh, y'all, I was getting pennies. That was just horrible. That is so sick. I can't believe that people still work for that amount of money. It's sad. Like, we really have to do something about the wages over here in America, because they just don't cut it. So after I worked at King's Dominion, during the summer times, I was an intern in the information technology department at one of the state agencies here in Virginia. It was a major move for me because this agency is very reputable in Virginia. It's well known. It regulates a lot of different aspects that happens within Virginia, and to work in IT at such a really young age, it really looks good on my resume. I'm not going to even lie. So there I did the hardware refresh process. So I would take old computers, swap them out for new ones, and then I would do a personality capture on the old units and put it on the new ones. That way, once the user would get their computer back, it would be like we never switched it out. But we would have to switch them out just to make sure that everything was up to date. And y'all know technology is ever changing, so you change your hardware after every few years. It's similar to your cell phones and your MacBooks and your laptops. That's what I was doing on desktops and laptops for the agency. It was a really cool job. The only thing about it that I didn't like was that we worked in the basement. Oh my god, who's seen part 1? If y'all seen part 1, say I watched it in the comment section down below, and how I worked in another basement. Working in the basement is not good for me. I need sun, I need windows, I need natural light. Being under there, y'all, it was so freaking depressing. Oh my gosh, I love my co-workers. I was on an amazing team. My managers were dope, and y'all know I don't really mess with managers. They were all cool, but it was no windows down there, which also made it really cold. Y'all know heat rises, and won't nothing rising in the basement, okay? It was also really long days. I would be there from like 8 o'clock or 8:30 in the morning all the way until 5. And anyone who knows me, I am not about that full-time life, but I stuck it out during the summer, and we were paid really good money. Like, the amount of money that I was making working in IT as a high schooler, as an intern, was sickly insane. Like, I made that same amount of money in my mid to late 20s. So that gives y'all some context as to how I was rolling in dough, okay? I was rolling in dough. I have no idea what I did with those coins, but it was really good money. So if y'all looking for an industry where you can make great money, you can easily get your foot in the door, it will definitely be IT, especially for my high schoolers out there. If y'all trying to roll in some dough, look into IT, consider it, okay? Because it definitely put me in a really good place. So shout out to them, shout out to my sister Tia for putting me on. Respect. That was actually my last job in high school, y'all. Working as an intern for the state agency in the IT department. And after that, I ended up going away to college to Atlanta. Shout out to Spelman. I am a true Spelmanite. And shout out to all my Spelman sisters, especially the ones from the East Coast. So once I got to college, my first job in college was working as a, what do you call them? I'm gonna call it resident assistant, but it's not RA. It's not the people that help you in the halls and are your go-to immediate person in the hall. I was the person who would check guests in and out and look at the IDs and keep the IDs. So I was that type of residential assistant. I was a residential assistant in the hall called HH, and that one had like 3 floors, and it was known to be one of the more poppin' dorms. I don't know, if you went to Spelman, it's like dorm rivalries and stuff like that. So I worked at HH, even though I did live in Abbey. I would get to see a lot. The cool thing about being a resident assistant is you know who is talking to who. You get all the tea. You know who's visiting who, what school he goes to. If he's in school, you'll get to know like what classification he is. You know, like all the tea about who's into who. And so I was definitely plugged in with a lot of gossip being a residential assistant, and I liked it because I could work it in the evenings into the nighttime after class and stuff, end up going home at least by like 10 or 11 o'clock because visitation hours wasn't really that long. So I liked it because I could work really short hours. So that was fun, being able to be in college. I got to meet a lot of people that way, and you know, just making sure I was the cool RA or whatever but also making sure I didn't get in trouble by doing like sneaky and like sneaking people in. So yeah, but I got to do my homework there. I could be on my phone, so it was so chill, so relaxed. And y'all, I think I probably made minimum wage doing that. It was a job. So after that, I ended up working in fundraising. If you've been to college, you know the people that call you and actually give money for the school if you're an alum. So I would call alum friends of the college and collect money for the annual fund. And this was my first time getting into a call center type industry. In the past, I had only worked in administrative support, office roles, IT, things like that. But this was my first time that I experienced working in a call center, and baby, it was a learning curve for me for sure. But I'm telling you, once I got it, I killed it. Oh my gosh, I did so good in fundraising to the point where I ended up doing that for about 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, and I moved up to student fundraiser supervisor, where I was the supervisor over the student callers. So that was also a good move for me as well, and I can also tell you guys how I killed it in fundraising. I don't know, I just have this, y'all can tell by watching my videos, just this phone presence that makes people feel comfortable. I guess I have the magnetism as well to make people feel trusted and safe enough to give me their money and their personal information, like their credit cards and stuff, for their gifts. So that was fun. We would do a lot of campaigns around homecoming time. It was very intense because that was like one of the times where we went really hard. And also for Founders Day, we went hard for Founders Day as well. So that was really cool because it opened the door for me to be able to get a lot of call center jobs in the future, which I'll definitely share with y'all on part 3. I hope that y'all enjoy listening to some more of my best and worst job experiences. As y'all can see, I have definitely moved around a bit, and I started working at a very young age. I wanted to make my own money. I wanted to get out there, be in the workforce, really feel like I was doing something, really feel like I was making an impact. And I'm just telling you guys right now, if you be yourself and you have just a little bit of personality, it will take you a long way. Do not neglect to network where you are. One thing about me, I'm always talking to people, I'm getting to know them better, and people definitely feel like trusted in me. People trust me. People want to give me opportunity, and I don't know if that may be my high priestess energy, my Taurus energy, but it's something about me that I just have like a lot of favor over my life. And I'm telling you, a lot of the opportunities that I got was through people that I knew rather than what I knew. Granted, I was smart, I excelled, I knew how to communicate myself well, I did really good work, but people just honestly liked me for me, and I was able to get a lot of opportunities that way. And you will see that is a common theme as we go through this a little bit more. So I want to say thank y'all to each and every one of you for making it through the video. If you did get to this point, I want to know in the comments, what was the worst job you had and why? And if you didn't ever have an experience at a job where you felt like it was the absolute worst, tell us about the best and what was it about it that you liked. Y'all, I'm getting tongue twisted. That's how you know it's time for me to go, honey. I'm about to drink my water, mind my business, hop in this bed, honey, and I will see y'all on my next video. Bye, Journey.